Go to red alert. Prepare to fire phaser banks. Sensors, lock on. Mr. Sulu, continue closing. Mr. Spock, lock phasers into computer. Computer to a control attack.
Computer lock ready, Captain. All systems standing by.
Well, hey there again, beautiful people. Welcome to part 3 of this build series that I'm doing of the TOS Star Trek bridge kit that I'm lighting. Last episode, we covered just a lot of the assembly parts and the and putting on the base, and also where I had to kind of make a little slot so as I can put the 3 front view screens on, so you can interchange those, which I'm so glad I was able to do that, because I don't like one screen. I just don't like one screen. You gotta have 3, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 6. You know, kind of snip it from a video and kind of print it out or something. But anyways, so that's what happened on that video. What we're doing on this video is I'm starting on the lighting. I'm going to get into the lighting work. Now, I don't know how crazy I'm going to get with this thing, because I have seen some models out there that get really crazy, and everything makes the thing look absolutely beautiful. So, but we'll see. I'll do my level anyways. Let's just say that I'll just build my level. But we'll see how it works out. So let's get a quick closer view at what I've got, and again look at the lighting and also overview it one more time. So let's get to that. Okay, so as you remember, we left off with the bridge. There is that little thing I made that where well, let me get a screen real quick. Okay, so Paragraphics gives you 3 sets of screens, and so does the AMT kit give you several screens, which you can, if you want to, make these into screens. Put them on some on PETG backing or something. Kind of make them things hard. But this is what Paragraphics gives you, which aren't bad. They're not bad at all. And so thankfully these things are absolutely they're absolutely interchangeable. Like what? Just like putting in a cassette. Them old-timey cassettes. So there's the planet. So I tell you, I'm just real proud of that. I'm really proud of that. And that's just going to really look so good when I get the lighting in there. And that's just going to look really nice. So it ain't... I got backing right here, which is frosted PETG. I think it's 0.30 or 0.030 or something like that. I can't remember what, but that's what I used for that backing right there. So that is... it kind of helped diffuse the light a little better too. So, okay. So here is the lighting stuff. This is pretty much plug and play. Of course, you can get the harness where you actually make it yourself, but I have been spoiled. It's my fault. I have been spoiled. When I first started, I used Evan Design, and all of their LEDs are pre-made, so I have always been used to having pre-made LEDs, and I tell you, when I build them, it kind of drives me nuts a little bit, because I've had to do that on several kits, and it just kind of drives me nuts putting the resistors on and stuff, and so I just find it easier to get them pre-made, which Stan at Starling also has that option where he builds the harness for you. Of course, there are other connections and stuff that you do have to solder, and I don't mind soldering stuff like this. I can solder stuff like that, but when it comes to soldering those little resistors, if I don't have to, I won't. Let's just put it that way. But I can, though, if I need to, but I just rather have them pre-made. So anyways, enough rambling with that. So let me plug this thing in, and I think everything is plugged up. So you just plug that in there, and then turn this on, and the lights come on. And here is the LED tape, which you cut in its certain places, which he shows you, which you probably know if you use LED tape. And you put them little pieces there, and here, and here, and here, and down here, and same on the other side, I believe. And then, let's see. These little lights are just kind of, let's see, he gives you, okay, this is white. So these are just white regular LEDs. These are the red ones for the red alert. So like right here, these red alert panels right here, and here, and here. I'm going to put these red ones and install them in there, and the white ones are just, I think, just for regular lighting, whatever you want to light, because, oh, I've got this panel right here that I've got to light. I hadn't put it in yet because I've got a lot of work to do with the lighting, and I'm also planning on doing the seat, the captain's chair as well. Kind of light it just a little bit, not crazy, but you know, a little bit. So just kind of give that to you a little bit for now. So yeah, kind of like that for now. You got to do a lot of work to it, and so I just kind of drilled some holes up in there and just kind of help that to come through, and also here. And as you can see, I left that screen undone, or I scraped off the paint, so I'll be able to put this decal on it, and that should work. And I'm also going to use this decal for that what do you call it, navigation box thingy, whatever it is. And then these little connections are extenders for your lighting. It's kind of complicated, so I'll just kind of have to do it, and then I'll show you what I did once I do it. And there's the fiber optics, so everything is here pretty much. So now I've got to just buckle down and get this thing done, get it finished, and move on to another project, which I think will be pretty good. So okay, so let me get some of that stuff done, and I will get right back with you. And then, oh goodness gracious alive, I forgot to do the sound. So okay, so I did the green button. You saw the green button. So green button off, green button on, and then you press this red button. That's where the sound comes out of. So basically like that. And you press it again. So, and then just to turn it off, just do it like that. So, okay, those are the LEDs and the sound. So that's how that works. And of course, this will go here, and then this will go here. So, okay, so good deal. Okay, so I got the bridge upside down so I can have access to the bottom of the base. I have been stripping wires, like these wires here, and I've stripped these. And so I got to strip these, and then what I'm going to do is, I think, if this is how this works, attach them to this, including this wire right here, which I will use for any kind of fiber optic that I want. And I will attach them there, and then this, in turn, will plug in here, if I got it correctly. So, yeah. So it'll kind of go in here, because as you can see, it says red alert. This is your main main white power, but this is the red alert switch, so, or connection. So I'll just pop that right in there like that, and then all of these red connections are going to go in here. What I'm doing is I'm doing the red ones first. All these right here, don't pay no attention to nothing of this really right now. These right here is what I'm focusing on, because these are the red LEDs. I have installed them to get you to take a look. Yeah, see, kind of installed them a little bit and put them in their places, like the red alert there, and I've got a red alert there. So yeah, so these are, I'm just kind of thinking this is the best option for now, is just do the red one first, and then I will go in and do the other ones. So okay, so let me flip this over where it was. Okay, like this. Okay, so let me move this, and I am going to strip these wires, and then solder them together. Okay, so basically all you got is black to black and red to red is what I did. I just very simple, black and red is all you've got. So of course, this LED, like I said before, is red. It's going to be for any kind of fiber optics that I'm going to use. If I'm going to use any, we'll see. This will be here. So let me flip this thing around, or flip this thing on its right side, and see if I did this right, because I think I did it right. So let's just see. Okay, so just kind of flip the switch. Now this is just the red. This is the red alert part. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Look at that. I like them apples. Okay, we ain't done yet. I still got to do the rest of it, but I wanted to get that out of the way first. So, okay, we are doing really good. That looks phenomenal. That's awesome. Okay, I made a little bit of progress since I've talked to you last. But I think everything is looking pretty decent. I have some fiber optics in here. And of course, these have little LEDs. And there's where I put my screen here. Let's see if I can kind of slide one in there for you. Yeah, sort of like that. It looks a little hot spot. It's not really a hot spot. It's just kind of the way it is on camera, but so what I ended up having to do was I had to do away with this beautiful light box I made for this right here, because I was going to do fiber optics for right here, but it just didn't work out, so I just decided just to take this out and just do like he said to do, which was just butt those LEDs up against those holes and make that work, because I was wanting a little bit more of because there is a little hot spot. I mean, it ain't bad. It looks worse on camera, but I was kind of wanting it a little broader, but there ain't no way you can do that with this board here, so that's just kind of the way I did it. But there's everything, and let me show you the bottom real quick. Should be pretty well cleaned up, other than a little bit of hot glue hair. I think it looks pretty good. There's a lot of stuff to this thing, so at least it's covered up and it's on the bottom, so I may touch that up just to touch it up, you know, just so it look pretty decent. And I put the buttons and the little other things in here, so I turn that off. You can turn it back on, and then this is the sound. Okay, so what I got to do now is figure out a way to cover all this beautiful stuff. You know, I hate to cover it up because it's so pretty, you know. LOL, just kidding. It ain't pretty. I gotta cover all this up and figure out a way to do that somehow. But it's definitely coming along, and it's practically done. Like I said, I don't know if I said it, but I gotta put some decals here. I gotta put a decal here. And I got to put some decals here and here and here and here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put decals here or if I'm just going to use the, some, what do you call it? To me, a transparent paint, blue, red, green, orange, and just kind of mix it up and just kind of, you know, drop it in there real easy. I might end up doing that, but I mean, I think it looks pretty good. So, okay, let me see what I can do. And I guess I'm going to start by covering this stuff up, and I think I will just kind of show you in fast motion what I'm going to do. So, and to let you know, I'm just going to be kind of doing it blind because I really don't know what I'm doing right now. I'm just going to be doing what I can to cover it up, maybe some plastic, putting some plastic, like just kind of just cover it up like that, but we'll see. So, okay, so stay tuned in just a second. Okay, so what I've got is I have some sheets of plastic. Let's see, it is, I believe, yeah, a .030, 12 by 12. And I'm just going to kind of cut it and fit it, and I'm going to start with these right here. Just kind of cover those real good and just kind of do it that way for now. And then from there we will go on. From there. So what I will do is probably make two. Like I'll get one of this one, and then I'll copy it or trace it out for this side. And then the rest of them I think are pretty much the same, and I'll just be able to copy those out as they are. So let me get to that, and let's see if I can fix something up. This looks pretty decent for this thing, so let's do it. Okay, I went way ahead without updating you, and I'm so sorry. So what I did was I had all that ugly stuff in there, and I just took some sheet plastic, just kind of wrapped it around here, at the top here, and then in here, and then I just kind of overlaid it with just regular old rubber tape, not masking tape, electrical tape, and just sealed it in with hot glue around the seams and just did it that way. Now, this is just kind of the way I do it, and I think it's pretty compact, pretty good, pretty clean. At least it's clean. I mean, you can't see no wires except for here. I'm gonna leave that alone. There's really no way I can hide that being up, especially being up like that. So I'll just kind of leave that alone, especially when I want to slide these screens in, you know. So yeah, that's kind of what it goes. So let me turn this on, let you see it real quick. I think it turned out really good, especially for being the first time. And there are some things I may do better next time, but I think it's a winner. But I am really so glad that this was able to work out. Let me get it out. Yeah, this screens. So that, I mean, it's just, you know, you can't be subject just to one screen. It just don't seem right. And hey, if you even wanted to, you could take a snippet off one of the episodes and print it out and cut it out and put it in there if you wanted to. You know, you could do that. But anyways. Okay, so these are the paints I used: the clear blue, clear red, clear orange, and clear green. And that's what I used to do those buttons. And here I just randomly did it. Just did random ones, and I think it really turned out really well. It did a whole lot better than decals would ever do. I am actually surprised that I didn't get no decals for that with the photo etched, but maybe this is what you're supposed to do. But anyways, it worked. And as you remember on the last last episode or two, I think the first one I showed how I had some holes on the other side of these. I put some hot glue up on that underside just so that kind of become solid. Those buttons become kind of solid, and so that kind of gave the clear paint, something to kind of lay onto, and so that's probably why it come out so bright as well. So okay, I think we are now ready to do the red carpet. So let me do that real quick. Let's put this thing on there and let's showcase this bad thing. All right. Okay, beautiful people, it's done. It's finished. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really, really happy with it. And I know the guy that's getting it I know he's really pleased with it, and he can't wait to get it as well. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for participating and supporting this channel. As I'm telling you, I do the best I can, and I really try to be honest and open with everything that I do. Everything I try to be as honest as I can, because again, I don't call myself a professional. I just I do the best I can, and I learn as I go. So okay, I have some good projects coming up still. I have more projects coming up. I don't want to say what they are. I want to kind of keep them a surprise, but I think it's coming next week. And this is also for another client of mine, a very dear a friend and client of mine. But and I've got some other builds coming up later in the months, if I can get to them, which you might see it back there, you might can't, but right back there, if you can see it, good. If you can't, you can just wait. But anyways, hopefully I'll have time to get to those, which is that double build, which is what I'm wanting to do. So okay, I believe I will leave it at that. I think this thing is done. I think everything is finished. One quick thing, and sounds on, looks really good, I believe, and I think it's ready to ship out to my good friends. So okay, until the next time, which will probably be next week, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be posting hopefully a new video of a new build that I'm going to be doing. All goes well, I think I will be, or it'll be in a couple of weeks. If it ain't next week, it'll be in a couple of weeks. So anyways, okay. So until next time, stay safe, take care, and folks, never stop. Keep modeling, okay? Take care.